もう二股するしかないと二股するしかないと二股するしかないとは
Top 10 New School Romance Animes. Let's face it, we've run out of romance animes to watch and we want to experience that beautiful feeling once again. The king of emotions that make it seem like we're floating in the air together with the person that makes us vision the one we'll be spending the rest of our lives with. Plus, what a better combo than school and romance. Today, we have the top 10 school romance anime so that you can experience that school time once again with your own memories kicking in every now and then. Oh, and also be sure to subscribe. We've got tons of awesome videos like this coming out soon, and you know you don't want to miss that. With that being said, let the love take over.
体から光が出ているでしょ。その光を使ってあなたの身体能力と肉体の強度強くする。
Number 10. Serigosoki. It's one thing about an anime being confusing to some viewers out there, but it's totally different when you take every element of an anime and make it go at each other in a free-for-all. With so much happening everywhere, Serigosoki would have you feel like you were high while making this video, but trust me, the show would redeem itself really soon. From the two personalities coming up with the question that our minds asked the very last second to Rio awakening and becoming the hero of the kingdom in a heartbeat, getting a scholarship after those events is just the anime way of doing things, isn't it? Well, with the academy drunk on the royalty and nobles and our protagonist not having a good time at all, just how much can this show keep surprising us? Number 9. Jakuchara Tomozaki-kun. Being the best at the game you've put your entire life to comes with pride and fulfillment that makes you keep going for the very top spot. But if you are to gain something, something of equal value should be sacrificed, right? Fumiya would agree with us on this one, cause being a god at Takfam came at a cost of him being the bottom tier character at the game of life. Developing social interactions and just living life the way it's supposed to, but Fumiya's about to get the biggest surprise of his life since there's someone who has the best of both worlds, and to top it all off, it's someone from the very same class he sits in. It's going to be one hell of a ride seeing the two work on Fumiya's personality while developing something for each other down the road. Number 8. Kanojo mo Kanojo. It's nothing but a dream come true to have a girl of your dreams be part of your life. But even after having waited all those years, a confession from another girl is going to be shot down rather quick, no? Well, Naoyome Mukai isn't that cold-hearted, since even after getting to date his childhood friend, who he's been in love with for years, he still isn't down to break the poor girl Nagisa's heart. Quite a situation you've got yourself into now, yeah? Well, what better way to solve the problem of an anime like an anime? With the three now being in a relationship with Naoya being the one with two girlfriends at the same time, it's a story that's going to be a breath of fresh air with a different kind of romance being brought to the screen.
私と恋人のふりをするっていうのはどう？出るんだ。許せないな。
ダメだ
Number 7. Osona najimi ga zettai ni makenai love comedy. You have to be mad to turn down a hottie trying to be with you. One who the entire school is head over heels for, but your first love is something you can't get out of your head even when you're all happily ever after with your newest one. Suehara would look like a complete idiot to all of us, but fate sure does him dirty by hitting him in the face with Kachi's boyfriend, the girl he can't stop thinking about. Now devastated and just like any other defeated teenager, who better to rely on than the very girl who's been with you all those years, and with that girl herself coming up with the proposition to get revenge. Just what can anyone do? Let's see what happens in this show that takes the rom-com blend to the very next level. Number 6. Josie To To Sakana Tachi. Francois Sagan's fans can't miss out on this one, cause with Josie in the movie, it's going to be a banger. No? Life and even the world isn't the same for a person with a disability. Just take Josie for example, who spends her time doing nothing but being in her room, painting, and reading, not knowing much about the planet we're a part of. But all that's going to change soon, cause her encounter with Sunio would be just what she has been waiting for her entire life. It's time to face your fears head on and see the world with those beautiful eyes that know nothing else than sweetness and purity. This story is so sweet that it would give the OG titles Your Name and Kanoe no Katachi a run for its money real soon, considering how the movie makes sure it makes you and your heart cry for the eternity of its runtime.
光栄でしょ。
それはこっちからごめんだな。
結婚相手がナギくんだったらよかったのにな。
Number 5. Kakuo no Inazuke. Getting switched at birth in the hospital and getting to meet your real parents the first thing there is, the anime sure doesn't know how to hold back now, does it? Nagi Yumino is going to have the biggest surprise of his life, since getting to meet his birth parents won't be the only astonishment he'll be having today. Running into Erika Amano, a personality he just wasn't expecting to bump into on his way to his huge reveal, but the whole universe cracks in half for him when he comes to know that the way his real parents are handling that mishap is by having him marry that very girl who ate half of his brain just earlier. Yeah. The story is full of comedy, unexpected encounters, and blossoming romance that would serve as the perfect cherry on top for any fan out there.
本当のことを教えてくれるまで睨み続けます。
なら俺はお前が諦めるまで睨み続けようか。
いいでしょ。ついね。かわいい。
Number 4. Five Tobun no Hanayome. The 2019 hit was back earlier this year with the quintuplet showing us just what a good complicated romance looks like, with Futaro being the one in the middle of it all. You can't help but feel for the guy, even if it's for the better or the worse. However, with this season going full throttle with that awkwardness and unforeseen encounters making the show top the charts every other platform, Five Tobun no Hanayome is a title that's already ahead of its peers with a story that's way better than the one we remember and love. Plus, with the show adding more insight into the relationship between the characters, just how would things end up with Futaro, who's already having a hard time thinking about his connections that just don't leave his head? Now buckle up for the top 3, because these titles are going to be the ones you'll be watching more than just a couple of times.
こっち見ないでください。だって制服がめっちゃスケスケなんすよ。
Number 3. Ijiranai de Nagatorosan. It gets hard when you're all focused working on a manga all day, every day. I mean, isn't Nagatoro-san the perfect respite you needed? Naoto-san? With the girl making the mangaka reconsider his career choice, Ijiranai de Nagatoro-san was probably one of the most hyped shows by far when it comes to 2021. It's just hilarious seeing these characters come up with situations that make us witness the best rom-com has to offer while sprinkling real, heartfelt, fluttering romance here and there that makes us see a different take to the perfect troll universe anime has seen this year. Things might have started awkwardly and would still be progressing in a weird way for the duo, but with boredom and dullness out of Naoto's life, just who can have any complaints from this show that gets almost everything right?
ごめん、泣かせて。これが最後だ。今度こそ最後のチャンスをくれないか。お前と一緒にいたい。お前じゃなきゃ嫌だ。好きだから。
Number 2. Fruits Basket The Final. With the show being such a huge hit ever since its debut, Fruits Basket isn't a name that needs any introduction, with us having binged the originals, well known hundreds of times by now. I'm kinda sad about that. But the remake shows us the same beautiful story in a way we imagined it to look like, with that modern animation style that the modern studios are known and revered for, with the show making sure it gets it going this season. Seeing those very faces that had us hooked onto this show would truly be a treat for any fan out there, considering how this season is being considered the best the show has offered ever since its reimagination made its debut. Plus, in case you've been missing out on this one, you're in luck, cause after this you'll be able to binge what is probably one of the best romance blend animes has ever seen. Number 1. Horimiya. What better pick than the title that delivered school romance in a way that made us remember our past in an instant? Appearances can often be deceptive, true, but it's a whole other thing with Miyamura-kun, who's just the king of the bluff game when it comes to the romance scene. An appearance ready to woo any girl away in a heartbeat. One might say that the boys got it all, but Hori-san is the only girl his heart beats for, and seeing their story blossom from mere introductions to the point of them thinking about nothing but themselves being together is just beautiful. Something that vibrates you inside out with those heart flutters that remind you just how mesmerizing and enthralling high school romances can be. One of the most wholesome shows ever, this title is a must watch for anyone out there. Well, those were the top 10 new school romance animes that you have to watch. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and a like, and comment "I subscribed" and I will personally reply to your comment. Please, be sure to let us know what school romance anime you watched recently and whether it was one of those titles we mentioned in the video or not. Till then, goodbye and take care.